Hi there, Flavia. So let's take a look at your first essay for us. It's international marketing. Let's see what you did here. History has shown how trade, singular, between countries from different parts of the world can be a powerful resource to disseminate culture, languages, and technology. For example, merchants from Europe during its modern age took many journeys to other continents, bringing back new spices, silk, discovered new lands, learned new languages and technologies, such as powder from China, and all of that reshaped society at the time to a new economic phase later on called mercantilism. Centuries have passed, and again, the engines of global trading are at full speed, bringing about new worldwide transformations. However, there is an essential difference this time. Nowadays, due to advances in technology and lower logistic and transportation costs, people can order on the internet almost anything they can think of from anywhere in the world. Thus, for the first time in history, international marketing has an inordinate potential for changing societies around the world, and that can have both negative and positive effects. For instance, take China's growth over the last few decades. Certainly, its overwhelming amount of exports has impacted manufacturing in many countries, and many went out of business due to competition from made-in-China products, as well as hundreds of thousands of jobs were lost, which can be a vivid example of how international trade might be seen as an invasive practice to this community. No, you mean to these communities. Furthermore, not all societies see the blend of cultures as a positive aspect, pointing out an extreme view. Many Eastern countries which hold different moral values and religious backgrounds than Western ones, usually see the Western culture as a bad influence on their own, which can culminate in harmful actions such as opposition to this cultural intrusion. Okay, fine. For example, 9/11 terrorist attacks in 2001 targeted no other. This should be none other than the World Trade Center, New York City, an icon of international marketing without the. Despite all negative aspects, I strongly believe that the potential for positive outcomes and benefits to society that international marketing can bring surpass the bad aspects of it. For example, it is necessary to learn how other cultures deal with civil rights to have a better assessment of our own perspectives. In addition, having access to new products and technologies can instill curiosity, improvements, and worldly social development. Moreover, I believe that the more countries are intertwined in commercial relations, the stronger are their diplomatic relations. In other words, they are more prone to peace agreements and mutual cooperation about important future issues that society has yet to face. Okay, so Flavia, let's talk about the positive and negative elements of this essay you've written us. The positives are that your language abilities are really quite good. So you've got nice grammar, nice vocabulary, you have ideas, and they flow really quite nicely. So that's a great starting point, okay? That means that you have the basic elements that you need in order to do well in IELTS. Now, let's talk about the negatives. The negatives here are several. The first one is your paragraphing is off. Typically, we recommend a 4-paragraph structure. You haven't done that here. You had, 6 paragraphs, and some of these really aren't paragraphs. Like, this shouldn't be a paragraph. This shouldn't be a paragraph. Like I said, we typically recommend 4. Okay? So that's the other thing. Now, you might think, okay, who cares? But it's actually important, because if you look at the band descriptors for coherence and cohesion, they do want logical paragraphs, and a 4-paragraph structure is usually the most logical here. All right? So, the other thing that I want to talk about is your task achievement. In other words, how well you develop this task. And I have to say that I'm afraid it had some problems. I want you to look up international marketing, and I want you to try to understand what we mean by international marketing, because it seems like this answer kind of talked about globalization, kind of talked about international trade. So it was definitely not on topic, okay? And that would absolutely affect your task achievement score because it's not, your answer is not written directly in response to the question, okay? You kind of went off on your own tangent, and that's not going to be good. Okay, but the thing is as I said, you have the basic elements that are necessary. So that's good. And this problem with task achievement is one that can be overcome. I really would like to see you on the course. I think that you will do really well with the structure and the suggestions and the template that students learn for answering a wide range of questions. So I'd like to see you on that. I think this kind of feedback and this kind of information will really help you do well. So do look into it. See which option to work with us in the future fits you best and your needs best. That would be my suggestion to you. But take a look and see what suits you. Like I said, good elements, but you need continued feedback and you need some instruction. Because while I understand that probably the score that you got in your last test was probably due to your grammar and vocabulary, but the other two elements of your writing are definitely going to need some work, okay? So I really hope I get to see more of your essays in the future. Best of luck to you.